All right, guys, we're back. Part three, I guess. So I dropped the screw and still got my light on. Um, and I freaked out. I found it. Uh, it rolled off my shorts. And anyway, I'm going to keep this video so you guys can get a good laugh. Um, it went flying to the floor and I freaked out. And of course, I got Boomer over here crying and, kind of doing that type of deal. And he normally doesn't. I would put way too much. Jesus Christ. Let me put this down. He normally doesn't. Boomer's always been a real good little dog. And I'm keeping this video, guys, so you can see that, my screw up is my screw up. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just a human. I'm just a person who loves knives and likes showing them to you guys. That's a big deal to me. When you guys comment, it's a big deal to me. I really appreciate it. And so I just got to keep it real. I screw up, and I've told y'all before, I'm not going to sit there and take 100 takes to try to make it perfect for you. That way, if you guys ever decide you want to make a video channel, and it could be a little stressful sometimes. Stressful because you want to be perfect for your viewers, but it's not going to happen. So you just do the best you can. And I've learned that if I screw up, I'm just going to go with it. And you're going to get a laugh on part 2. Because it's funny. My reaction was, oh shit! And I was just talking about having to call Ben or email him, asking him for a damn screw that I almost had to. A little scary, guys, but I found it. I just got to be more careful. I'm excited to do this for you, and I need the T6. It's something that I'm new at. It's nothing. I've never done anything like this. Not tinker with stuff, but actually film while I tinker with stuff. I've been tinkering with shit my whole life. When I was 11 years old, I got a hold of electrical tape. And in the 70s, we had little GE radios. You guys that are old enough will remember. General Electric is the name of the company. I think they're still around. I'm not real sure. But, so I cut the wire just so that I could use electrical tape. And I did it while it was plugged in. Needless to say, it was a shocking experience. So that's why and I've always tinkered with stuff my whole life, and sometimes I screw shit up. Yeah, we don't want to make them too tight, but we don't want them loose, because they're good. They're not going anywhere anyway. I don't even know why I'm trying to loosen them up, but like I said, I'm lucky I found the damn thing. I'd have spent the rest of the night looking for the damn thing. You look at these; they're pretty easy to make. If you have any type of if you're mechanically inclined, you can make something like that. Now, I wouldn't say that I can sit there and make a whole knife, because I'm not into steel or anything like that. I've welded a little bit and I've done other stuff, but I've never, I've never really uh, messed with metal. Not in that way. I worked at the, I don't know if you ever heard of Ranch Hand, but it was in Bernie, Texas. And when I was younger, my buddy Trent and I worked, he got me a job there with a Haynes 1300 pipe bender. And I bended the, basically the crash bars. I don't know if you've ever heard Ranch Hand. You probably, if you're from Texas, you've heard of Ranch Hand. Um, and I bent it pipe. I bent pipe on the Haynes 1300 machine. That's where I learned how to drive a forklift. Um, just different things I've done. I'm not afraid to try anything or leave a job to go to another job. I've always been that way. I'm dedicated to a job. If they treat me good, if they don't, I gotta go. By the way, this smells kind of tasty. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll eat it, drink it. Just kidding, just kidding. Um, but anyway, I'm happy that I found the uh, the little nut that I lost. I can't believe I dropped that. So it's not too bad. You really can't. It doesn't really. You can't tell. I can tell. Uh, well, now it doesn't want to do it. Oh, there it is. Of course, you guys know I have problems with my left hand. So I've actually practiced to be able to do it, and of course, it won't. I don't have the strength to. Well, I guess you got to play with it. It did that the last time I took it apart, and then it'll fix itself. Um, just got to play with it. You just got to play with it. Yeah. Mind you, I'm right-handed. I do it better with my left. Uh, something that, because I don't have full control of my thumb, I can't. I can do it, but it takes like out of every 10 tries, I get it once. With this one, I can do it like nothing. I don't even attempt it anymore. And see how. Well, it just needs to be worked in, I guess. Unless I made it too tight, but I don't think so. I didn't bear down on it, but I know it fixes itself. The more you play with it, it'll. Let me see how tight I did it. We're gonna try to do this without. I don't know if you guys recall. Let's try that. Yeah, still. I want to make sure the. I'm trying to make sure that everything's in line. But yeah, it feels good. It's just when you first. There you go. When you first take it apart, it kind of doesn't want to. That doesn't help that I don't have a lot of strength in my hand. I have strength, I just don't have mobility where I can't even do the thumbs up thing like this. But had an injury, a couple of injuries actually on this hand. See me put my hand in the way, looking to cut myself. Anyway, the more you play with it, the more you play with it, the looser it gets. Talking about the knife, guys. Where's your mind at? Stop that. Yeah, it just needs to be played with. Yeah, you're supposed to leave it put away. Make sure you don't have any blade play, and I don't. These knives are built really, really good. I know I've mentioned it before, but I was telling Carlos, today that he had told me the same thing as Andrew from Baxter's Blade. He asked me if I had tried one, and that, I should get the feel for it. That's when I called Carlos at Trapper John's and asked him if he had any. And he had a couple. I now own them. To me, it's worth it. They're very well made. Of course, I love traditional knives, and in all honesty, I have no desire to buy like, I don't know. I was gonna say I have no desire to buy more modern lockbacks. I know Carlos showed me some knives today. He's got some Benchmates that are pretty nice, and I really don't want to get into modern lockbacks. The only reason I bought the Jack Wolves because they're based more of a modern, traditional is what he has on his box, and they're modern, traditional pocket knives. They're pretty awesome. So that being said, just for shits and grins, I'm gonna show you something that I did. I gotta tinker with stuff, man. It's just in my nature. So the other day, since this video is not that long, it's 12 minutes long, and it's like part 3. I'm gonna show you something I did. You know what? Let me put my old man bifocals back on, just to be on the safe side. So I had a wild idea. I kind of want to get 2 of each, but I'm not going to do that with all of them. Because I want to make my own scales. And I know I can do it. And it's not that big of a deal. I looked, you can buy blocks of this stuff. And I kind of want your opinion. Now, I asked you guys about taking off the pocket clip. And a couple of you said, actually a few of you said, I would do it. I don't like pocket clips. It's more of a traditional pocket knife. And I thought about it, and then when I tried it, the damn T6 on the Walmart tool set doesn't work. So you can tell I've been taking these off. Now, Ben said that they're made, and they kind of are. You're taking a chance that it might work and it might not. Now, what I did with this, I couldn't get it on here just by a hair. I mean, a hair. I sanded that son of a biscuit down just enough so it would fit. And because I want to be able to change them around. This one's numbered as 187, and this one is numbered at 372. And if you line them up, they're pretty much the same. And like I said, I did have to do a little modification. Look at that. I got my own my own design, and I think I'm gonna leave it like that for a little bit. Um, if you guys will do me a favor and let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? And I know it takes time. Sometimes you guys don't see the videos till a little bit, days later. I run into the same problem. I'm not real sure why, even though I may subscribe to somebody. Yeah, see how it's not lining up right. So, um, gotta kind of play with it. Um, and then it'll work. So I'm actually having more problems with it than I was last time. Um, Maybe if I put this one, and I like to be different, and I like to be able to do stuff like this, and that's why I got two of these. The Venoms was to be able to swap the scales around. What do you guys think? Now, I kind of don't like the way this one looks, but I intend to make different scales to be able to have different knives, even though it's the same knife. So back in the 80s, we had what you called a Swatch watch. And a Swatch watch, you could change out the bands. They were different types of they were basically plastic watches that probably cost $3, $4, $5 to make, and they were like $40, $50. I can't remember, but I had a few of them. I had a Halley's Comet. I had different ones, and you could change out the bands, and you could make different stuff out of them. It was pretty cool. I really should put them here because with my luck, I'll sneeze. And something will mess up, or I'll drop another damn bolt, screw. I don't make these too tight. I just snug them up a little. I don't remember. I don't think you need it. I don't think these were even Loctite, but this one looks really classy though. I kind of unclassing it by doing this, but I get bored of having the same thing. I think that's why I like collecting knives, because I can have a big variety. Plus, I love knives. I always have. I just never really gave it much thought on I don't know if anybody else has done this. I haven't seen. I've watched a lot of Jack Wolf videos, and I haven't seen anybody do this. Hopefully it takes on, and maybe Ben will sell replacement scales, and we can have more fun with these knives. I'm already having fun with them, but it'd be nice to be able to buy different scales and be able to swap them out. You know, I mean, I'm sure they're not going to be real expensive, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be real cheap. And that reminds me, I need to get some Jack Wolf custom. There you go, guys. The Venom Denim. What do you think? So they lined up pretty good. This one you can kind of feel just a little, it's recessed a little, just on this side. Not a big deal. You can't tell by the naked eye. You can feel it. But I wouldn't know what to name this Venom if I did it like this. But let me know what you guys think. I know this one, I'll call it the Denim Venom, because this is kind of like denim. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a dark blue. And then of course you have the black. I love this knife because you can't really screw it up. You can't scratch it up. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you get a good laugh on my screw up, because it was real. It was like, oh shit. I can't remember what I said. I try not to cuss on YouTube, but it is what it is. So I changed them around, and if I buy another one or two of these, I can do the same. Hopefully they'll fit. I just got lucky. Ben did mention that they're numbered, and I can see why, because this is off just a tad bit, not by much, because you got to remember, guys, it's the same damn knife. It's the same size, but just like Case knives or any other knife, they're made a tad off difference. It's going to be different somehow. So, so basically what they do is they number them, because every part goes with a certain part. That part is made for that, but it is the same knife. It's just a different color, I guess, pins. They're screws. They're really not pins, but it works. It works for me. Nobody's gonna know that it's off just by a tad. If you can see, you can't really tell that it's off just a hair. Hey, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let your friends and family know about Boomer's Blades. I gotta take the little sucker out right now because he's over there crying. I think he wants to go outside. He's like I said, he's 17 years old, and he's just always been a weird dog, but I love him to death. Anyway, let me know. I'm curious to know what you think about me changing the scales. Thank you for watching. Like I mentioned, 166 subscribers. Thank you, each and every one of you. I really appreciate it. This channel is nothing without you. And it means a lot to me when you comment. Anyway, have a great weekend. Probably going to do some shorts tomorrow if it doesn't rain. We might get rain. I need to do some shorts. I haven't done many. But thanks for coming to Boomer's Blades, and have a great weekend. See you later.